G'day, welcome to iCULTIVATE. My name's Steve, and today we're going to be looking at the differences between annual and perennial plants. The life cycle and the way in which annual and perennial plants grow is quite different, and so therefore it's really a good thing to have a bit of an understanding about what the differences are between the two. Having that understanding enables you to decide what type of plants you're going to use in what positions in your garden. So let's have a quick look at some examples of each of these different types of plants. So first of all, some annuals. These are petunias. Some snapdragons. Another example of an annual that you will commonly see are marigolds. They're often used in a whole range of gardens for their showy orange flowers, and of course they are a natural producer of pyrethorins. Fantastic in vegetable gardens to keep at bay certain insects. But what is it that makes an annual plant special? Well, first of all, they're known for their prolonged period of flowering. And also, of course, they have some fantastic showy flowers that look beautiful in a garden. And the reason why people commonly plant annuals is for that showy display of flowers. They look beautiful. But it's their life cycle that is really important to understand, because it's their life cycle that determines when and how often you plant these in your garden. Let's have a look at that life cycle. The life cycle of an annual plant essentially starts with the seed. The seed germinates, and then that grows through to maturity. Upon reaching maturity, the plant will flower, and as a result of flowering, we will then get new seeds being produced. But with an annual plant, once the seeds have been produced, the plant will die. And those seeds will lie dormant in the ground until such time as the conditions are right to germinate and begin the next generation. So when planting annual plants, you need to understand that the lifespan of that plant is limited. You can extend it through appropriate pruning, and you can see one of my other videos about that. And also you may find, depending upon the climate of where you live, that you may be able to extend the life longer there as well. But let's now have a look at perennial plants. The vast majority of other plants are perennial in nature. Examples include mandevillas, many different varieties of daisies, although you do need to take care with looking after these to ensure that you get many years from them. Pentas, and the vast majority of other plants that have their life cycle of more than 2 years. So let's now go and have a look at what it is that makes a perennial plant's life cycle different to an annual's. So the main difference with a perennial plant versus an annual is, as we mentioned before, the annual plant will die after one life cycle. With the perennial though, we start with the seed, as we did with the annual. It will germinate and a mature plant will develop, and then it will flower and produce more seed. The difference here though is that it doesn't die. It will go on in order to reproduce this cycle over quite a few years. So when deciding whether you're going to plant annuals or perennials, consider a few things. Firstly, do you want a massive display of flowers for an extended period of time? If you do, well then your plant of choice then would be annuals. But you need to remember that you will have to replant them after they've finished their life cycle. Alternatively, if you plant perennials, you will get some beautiful display of flowers, but they will come back year after year, assuming you care for the plant accordingly. I hope you've enjoyed this video about the differences between annual and perennial plants. Can I please ask you to go down to the thumbs up and give us a thumbs up, and don't forget, go to our website iCULTIVATE.net and join the community. Thanks for watching.